In the annals of Papua New Guinea's criminal history, few names evoke as much fear and intrigue as that of Tommy Baker. His rise from a troubled youth to becoming the most wanted criminal in the country is a tale marked by violence, cunning, and a relentless pursuit of power. Baker's life story serves as a stark reminder of the socio-economic challenges faced by many in PNG, as well as the consequences of a life steeped in crime. Born in the late 1980s in Alotau, Raba Raba Plantation, Tommy Baker grew up in a neighborhood plagued by poverty and crime. From a young age, he was exposed to the harsh realities of life in one of the country's most dangerous urban environments. The absence of positive role models and the allure of gang culture led him down a dark path. By his teenage years, Baker had already become involved in petty crime, which quickly escalated to more serious offenses. Baker's criminal career took off in the early 2000s when he joined a notorious gang known for its violent activities and drug trafficking. His charisma and leadership skills allowed him to rise through the ranks, and he soon became a key figure in the gang's operations. Under his command, the gang expanded its territory, engaging in extortion, robbery, and drug distribution. Baker's reputation as a ruthless enforcer grew, and he became a symbol of fear in Port Moresby.
PPC George Bayagao said he saw Tommy Baker dressed in military fashion, issuing instructions to his men on Wednesday evening. The infamous criminal has been on the run since he escaped from under the watch of the Correctional Services at the Port Moresby General Hospital in October last year whilst receiving medical treatment. Bayagao said the armed men confidently walked into the barracks and held the residents at gunpoint, ordering them to...
As his criminal empire flourished, so did the attention from law enforcement. The Papua New Guinea police force, struggling with limited resources and rampant corruption, found it increasingly difficult to combat the rising tide of organized crime. Baker's ability to evade capture only added to his notoriety, and he became a folk hero of sorts among those who admired his defiance against authority. His story was often romanticized in local media, painting him as a Robin Hood figure who fought against a corrupt system. However, the reality of Baker's life was far from glamorous. His reign of terror left a trail of destruction, with countless victims suffering from the violence and intimidation that accompanied his criminal activities. Families were torn apart, and communities lived in fear as Baker's gang exerted its influence over the region. The turning point in Baker's life came in 2015 when a series of violent confrontations with rival gangs and law enforcement led to increased scrutiny. In a dramatic police operation, Baker was finally apprehended after a lengthy manhunt. His capture was celebrated as a significant victory for law enforcement, but it was short-lived. Baker's trial was marred by allegations of corruption within the judicial system, and he managed to secure a temporary release on bail. However, in 2021, Baker's life came to a tragic end. In a violent confrontation with police during a raid on his hideout, he was shot and killed. His death sent shockwaves through the nation, igniting debates about crime, justice, and the effectiveness of law enforcement in PNG. While some mourned the loss of a controversial figure, others viewed it as a necessary step towards restoring order.